In 1930, the Polish Transatlantic Transport Company, abbreviated PTTO in Polish, was founded after the Polish government, building up its port of Gdynia, bought out the ships of the former East Asiatic Company of Denmark, which is named Polonia, Kościuszko, and Pułaski. The line operated transatlantic services from Gdynia to New York and South America with these modern steamers, which were often dirty, loud, and unruly because of how old they were. As such, in 1933, the line contracted CRDA, a shipyard in Italy, about building some new, large, diesel-powered ocean liners. The idea was accepted by the yard, and that year, work on two new ships, yard numbers 1126 and 1127, began on the 29th of November 1933. These ships would have capacity for some 700 passengers and 300 crew, as well as be able to pull off 18 knots while crossing the Atlantic. The older of these, number 1126, became the MS Piłsudski after being launched in December 1934. Aside from being meant to move some migrants and leisure travelers across the Atlantic, the Piłsudski was meant to be a direct competitor to the liners sailing out of Germany, as, in the early 1930s, the Polish public had grown so distrustful of the three steamers out of Gdynia, they took the train out of Poland to Germany and instead sailed on the ships of the Hamburg-America Line or Norddeutsche Lloyd. In 1934, the PTTO renamed itself to the Gdynia-America Line, and as the ship was fitted out in Italy, many famous artists designed her luxurious interiors, which were made in a modern Art Deco style. The ship was immaculately built and started her service under the command of Captain Mamert Stankiewicz on 15 September 1935, on the Gdynia to New York to Halifax route. However, at the same time, the migrants trade was starting to dry up, and Gdynia-America Line advertised the ship in the growing cruise market, seeing her to destinations like the Bahamas and many other places in the Caribbean. It also advertised in the English-speaking market, with long ad brochures detailing life on deck that you can still read today via online archives, and that have a clear style that is almost aggressively 1930s. The ship fared well, sailing around the Atlantic with a complement of happy passengers and crew. However, on 1st September 1939, as she was returning from New York near the Orkneys, she received a message which commanded her to immediately come to the shores of the United Kingdom. Confused and worried, she sailed over to Britain, where the ship was hastily converted into a troopship and handed over to the Ministry of War Transport. The ministry took the ship on a maiden troop voyage on 29th of November 1939. She had 170 crew aboard at the time and was meant to go to Australia to pick out troops. She sailed south uneventfully for the first few hours of her journey until she passed the Flamborough Outer Headlands. Then, at 5:36 a.m., on the 26th of November 1939, a sudden explosion rocked the ship, causing her to start sinking. I honestly couldn't find out much about how exactly the ship sank. However, it said that the ship sank for about 5 hours straight from 5:36 to 10:30, and of her 170 crew, a vast majority survived. However, many still died nevertheless, including, among others, the ship's captain, Mamert Stankiewicz. The explosion's cause is still not known. Credible sources deny both theories, that there were mines, there was a torpedo hit, though most people lean towards the mine theory, similar to the conversations had by the Britannic after she sank. The Piłsudski wreck remains a recreational dive site, though a remoteness complicates most dives. She's the largest wreck of the Yorkshire coast to have ever happened, and in 2018 the website mspiłsudski.pl was set up as a resource about the ship. It's great, and if you want to read up on it, I highly recommend you go see it. Link in the description.